Chris.
Heath.
I'm looking like some box art boys up in here.
New year, new haircut.
Very short. Very Call of Duty.
Yeah, you just went from the full main to military inductee.
It does feel going from like level 50 boss to level 1 crook, but but don't worry. We'll get used to it.
Hey, Samantha, you're here too.
Hi, good to be here.
Great to have you. On this episode of Mobius Tubes, it's a video gaming podcast. Like I said, happy 2026, everybody. We're recording this January 2nd.
Oh, we're recording this.
Yeah, we usually do.
Needless.
And this is episode 135. Do I have that right?
Yeah.
Sweet. How's everybody doing? You all eyeing your computers, realizing how much the RAM prices have appreciated?
Have they?
RAM prices are spiking.
Uh-oh.
In confluence with other factors like NVIDIA cutting GPU manufacturing sharply due to AI stuff, video game hardware is looking very pricey going into the new year. So hoard your hardware, I suppose.
This was planned by Valve to increase their Steam console sales.
If anything, I'm wondering if those launches have been delayed.
Ooh.
Because whatever they thought they were going to ship them for, those prices are probably no longer feasible.
Yikes.
How much RAM do I need, Chris?
How much do you need?
Yeah.
It's more like how much can you afford? Those prices are.
Well, I kept the bones of my old PC, the data storage, the GPU, which, you know, it's a 1080 Ti.
It was great for its time, but it's showing its age.
Yes, and then I kept the RAM.
Yeah.
All 64 of it?
That's plenty.
Yeah, and nowadays, yeah.
Even these days, that's plenty.
You can sell it for a profit.
I'm pretty sure my computer has 32 gigs of RAM.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking. All right.
He's leveling back up. Level 2 swindler instead of a crook.
Yeah, yes, very good.
Well, we've got all sorts of like housekeeping and segments to readdress on this episode. We're going to readdress our fantasy publisher draft and do it again. We're going to check our gaming resolutions. It's the new year after all. We're going to even run through some fun stats on our Steam replay, year in review, wrapped thingamajig. But we've also got hot new games we've been playing. Who wants to lead us off?
I forgot to get statistics. I'll have to look them up during the break.
That's fine. I'm going to do that.
I don't mind going first.
Sure, Samantha, you teased us with a segment that you actually fulfilled and are bringing to the show.
Yes. So I did, in fact, do a Mobius Tubes Wildermyth campaign. For those of you unfamiliar, Wildermyth is basically just one-player D&D where I create characters, they have random events happen to them, and if you choose one of the campaigns, it'll run you through a pre-scripted story. For this campaign, I chose a non-campaign campaign. That just means that instead of having like a big story and ongoing plot, it's not really any of that's happening. You just kind of have like an area that you have to clear out by the end of each chapter.
For a game that has lots of emergent moments, the campaign you did is even less scripted.
Basically, in any campaign, your characters are going to be hit with random events when they scout a territory, go to clear it. Basically, any opportunity for your characters to do an activity, they have a chance to be hit with a random event. There are also things called opportunities, which characters can just randomly come up with, and that's like a little side quest you can go and do. It's usually a little bit more involved. These can happen in both campaigns, but in the ones without plot, just like whenever you go to do the major chapter ending fight, there's usually a lot more lore, and sometimes there are multiple steps you need to do to get to that chapter ending fight.
Sure.
Yes.
Heath, you're going to want to pay attention to this.
I'm sorry.
So like I said, I just did a 3-chapter quick little campaign.
Who was the starting party, Samantha?
Of course, I had our Mobius Tubes co-hosts as the party members. We have Chris, our fearless leader, using his bow and arrow to shoot enemies from afar. Very tactical.
What were my personality traits?
You were I think your second one was romantic because you're my boyfriend.
Romantic leader?
Romantic leader. We have Heath. He's our warrior. I think he was compassionate goofball.
That sounds right.
I think that's what he was. Warriors in this game, they function as basically you send them out into the enemies and they take all the hits. You don't want anybody else in this game getting hit. Your warriors need to take all that damage. Then there's me. I put myself in as a mage. I basically can cast spells on objects and make those objects do certain things, like do damage, or sometimes they can inflict status effects on the enemy.
What were your personality traits?
Let me guess. Intelligent soothsayer.
There is no like intelligent personality trait in the entire game. I said bookish because I do like to read, and I don't remember what I put for the other one. Do you remember, Chris? Is that what you're calling me
Savoir
out?
faire.
Okay. I didn't really think they mattered that much.
Oh, well, I thought we were setting the stage.
Okay, we're setting the stage. The first task I do is I was like, okay, romance is random in this game. And I think it would be upsetting if Heath and I wound up falling in love in this game. So I set up immediately to get a new recruit. I made her very pretty. I named her Melly. And I was like, this is great. This is going to be Heath's girlfriend. And I'll have them go all the missions together. So there's no chance. While we were recruiting Melly, I get this little pop-up notification that says, Heath and Samantha are in love. And I was like, cool. There goes the game. So the rest of the game, Heath and Samantha are dating. They never break up. It's pretty rare. I've never, ever seen a couple break up.
It's for life.
So in order to placate Chris when I tell him this news, I spent the remainder of the game, every time I recruited a character, I tried to set Chris up with a girlfriend. And we'll see how that went as we go along. Anyways, immediately Melly and Samantha became rivals, I imagine because I made her to be Heath's girlfriend, and I was occupying that spot. Doesn't really make for the best of friendships. I acquired a black cat, which is something I want to do in real life as well. So I thought that was really fitting. I love black cats.
Was that a pet that would accompany you
Yes.
into like fights and stuff?
Yeah. She came with me to battles.
She has 9 lives.
She could attack the enemy if I
Cool.
got close to them. I also became a werewolf, and the rest of the campaign, I had a wolf's head.
This didn't affect our love life.
No, it didn't.
If anything, it was an enhancement.
Heath started a side quest.
Hey guys, check me out.
He went to a special forest.
Look at this forest.
Brought me with him to get special wood to protect his future children.
Many. I named them based off the trees I found.
But he found that the forest was protected by forest spirits, and he decided to leave the woods untouched to respect the forest. On to the next recruit. That would be Tifa Lockhart, a name you might sound familiar to you because she is the hot girl from Final Fantasy VII.
Of course.
One of the hot girls.
Cloud's girlfriend.
And Chris's wannabe girlfriend. So this was
Of
my
course.
first attempt of getting Chris a girlfriend. Now I'm going to talk about 2 random events that happened right next to each other. The first is Heath and I are on a mission together. It's very romantic.
Backs to backs, just
Video
fighting
game
through
Heath
foes.
says, I'll love you all my life. That's probably the most romantic line I've seen in this game. Now, cut to Chris and his party, where he's talking to these 2 absolute hotties that he has with them. And he says, maybe I missed my chance at love. And that was possibly the funniest thing that happened on this campaign. I was like, ooh, Chris.
Just look around.
I mean, I have a werewolf head. I'm clearly no catch at this point. Yeah, you just need to open your eyes a little bit. Heath and I got married, which is not something all the couples do. It just happened to happen. Heath and I's daughter joined the party. She had a really horrible name that was randomly generated. I'm going to attempt to say it. It's like Wardivian.
Oh,
I don't know why you named her that, Heath. I'm blaming that on you. Heath immediately becomes rivals with his daughter.
she's taking up too much of your time.
I guess. Then we get a new recruit because Chris failed to romance Tifa. I named her Triss Marigold after Chris's preferred Witcher 3 romance.
Excellent. This will go so well for me.
It went about as well as it did with Tifa.
Oh no.
Samantha then left the party to become a seer. Basically, this prevents incursions, yes, from happening during the game. It's very useful. Also, I thought it was kind of climactic to have me leave the party to protect everyone. I have to go live in a house while you guys all traipse around. And Samantha in the game asked in the scene if Heath could come and live with her after he was done adventuring. And the answer was yes. So even this did not break us up, Heath. It was for life,
Wow.
I guess. Some last notes here. Before the end of the campaign, Chris has the quote, I appreciate a good persona. I thought that was pretty accurate to Chris. Must have done a good job with his personality balancing. For the epilogues, obviously mine is to continue being a seer. Chris's epilogue is he built a hunting lodge and regularly met with other hunters for fun, something I could never, ever see real life Chris doing. Heath started a band with Chris and Melly and wanted to name it...
With me?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Wanted to name it Mobius Tubes because the adventuring party had disbanded. You guys did not like that.
Branding synergy, yeah.
And then our daughter, Wordivian, spent her retirement restoring old buildings. And that was my Mobius Tubes campaign. I hope that was entertaining.
Yeah.
Went on some weird twists and turns. Chris could not get a date to save his life.
Despite my romantic character trait.
Chris,
how ironic.
I literally set you on missions exclusively with hot single girls.
Yeah.
And your head was in the sand.
0 riz, I guess.
A skill issue. Those girls wound up single too. Like, I made them all straight.
Yeah.
You were their only option.
They were like, given the options, this is the best alternative.
This is the only thing I can do is be single. So congrats, Heath, for winning.
The game and the girl.
The girl.
Well done.
I hope that was entertaining for you guys.
Yeah, it's amusing how quickly it went off the rails from your expectations.
Yeah, I immediately got shanghaied into a crazy story. So I like this game a lot. I think it's a lot of fun. I would be still playing it if not for my latest game. But
Right.
before we talk about that, what have you guys been playing?
Yeah, Heath, how have you rang in the new year?
Well, I should start off by saying that Janice has offered an olive branch in the form of... He is now my Riot Games friend.
In the Riot Games launcher.
And he's waiting for me to queue up in some ARAM, which is the all Riot, all minutes. I was trying to say all the time, which is the variant of League of Legends that's not recognizable to anyone else that's not playing it.
He was describing it as faster paced and less strategic.
There's only one lane.
Yeah, imagine you're a fan of the NFL and someone's like, I'm a fan of the CFL. And you're like, why? Why? So he plays that style, and I've yet to do it. I was too busy when I was queuing up with my brother and his girlfriend in Stardew Valley.
Cooperative game.
They sure made me, and boy, did I learn a heck of a lot. Spring is over. Summer is in the air. A question for Samantha to start the thing. Rainbow trout is not a rainbow blank. It's just a fish?
Yes.
Okay, but you said rainbow.
Oh, gemstone.
Oh, is that the only type of thing that's rainbow?
I forget what it's called, but it will look rainbow, and it's extremely valuable.
Okay, because I was scrutinizing this fish, thinking like, is this a rainbow fish or a rainbow fish?
Yeah, sell that rainbow trout. Who cares?
I got a rainbow shell, maybe?
That also doesn't matter.
That's blue? Gosh, there's half of the majority of rainbow blank is worthless, except for the rainbow gemstone.
The gemstone will be the only thing you need to look out for.
What a relief.
I mean, it's the rainbow gemstone is pretty rare. I'd be surprised if you accidentally stumbled on it, but there is a chance, which is why I think I said something.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. It's Stardew Valley. It's everybody's favorite farm sim social game. I'm rebuilding the community center. I like community center maxing. I don't like talking to my neighbors, which came as a shock to Seth's girlfriend, who was like, oh my gosh, you've spoken to none of them. And I'm like, I'm too busy watering or chopping.
You just got to give them a chance. Get to know them a little bit.
Yeah, it's every indication that I should be playing this game because the farmer has more friends than I did in real life.
Oh, no.
That's true for me, too.
My inner circle is not that wide anymore.
Yeah.
After college.
It's an exclusive club.
We're chugging away in Stardew. We've caught 100 fish at this point. Summer is here. I'm planting corn and squash. Silo's up. Coop is up. I'm in the mid-game in the sense that Stardew's mid-game is most of the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess if you're out of the spring, I guess you could say you're in the mid-game. You have a coop.
I will take that.
Do you have any chickens?
4.
Okay.
They have names.
Okay.
I did not name them.
If you use the random name generator, there's some pretty good names in there.
Oh, what? Like omelet?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's Stardew Valley.
Heath, did you say there were some important lessons learned from your time spent with Seth and his girlfriend?
Yeah, I keep asking, how do I find Lewis's pink pants? And they're like, you got to be friends with Marnie. How am I going to be friends with Marnie? Your farm animals have to love you. And I'm like, gosh, I'm having a hard enough time with the people.
Do you know where his pants are? Or
No.
Okay.
All right, no hints. Okay.
Be friends with Marnie first. Then I'll help you.
An earthquake happens.
Yes.
And I have no idea where. Was it the bridge that was connecting the top right?
The mines have been unlocked for some time now. Yes.
Yeah, I've reached 40.
So
I reached 40. Seth and Sydney reached 40, and I rode the elevator down and got the achievement.
This is kind of why I'm against having multiple players in your first playthrough, because I feel like you're not really learning the entire game.
I'm learning so many things.
He's doing some coattail riding.
Yeah. So your farm has an exit to the north, right?
Yes.
If you walk that path, there should be like a place that was previously blocked, I think.
Oh.
And I think that earthquake means you can go up there now.
Oh.
Choo-choo.
Monster Train is up there.
Yes.
So I'm having fun. I'm making mayonnaise. I feel like I should save my mayonnaise for an even better sandwich. Like it's like a god tier, like a BLT sold at Pierre's makes $1 billion gold. But no, mayonnaise is mayonnaise.
I might be wrong on this. I feel like once your eggs get enough quality in them, the mayonnaise making actually makes them sell for less.
Ooh, yes. I was told, sell all your gold star, silver star stuff.
A gold star, purple star.
Purple star, sure. I've never seen.
You haven't yet. Iridium star, whatever.
Okay. The least valuable ingredients are what you should prioritize
Making into mayonnaise.
crafting.
Yes.
It's not the same to Pierre. It's all the same to the mayonnaise machine.
Yeah, if you put a gold star egg in your mayonnaise machine, it'll just turn it into regular
It's
mayo.
no better than regular mayonnaise. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Why is the mayonnaise just like a blue bucket of paint?
It does look very strange.
Curious Ape?
Concerned
Concerned
ape.
That's his cousin. Should have redesigned the mayonnaise icon to look half a bit like, I guess it's a Hellman's reference because they
Yes.
have blue caps.
Yes, yeah.
Whatever. I'm not around enough mayonnaise.
I suppose you aren't. Well, I'm glad you're playing more of it. And I hope you just pick a townsfolk you think is interesting or pretty and make an effort to talk to them.
Would you say it's accurate to say you're more compelled by the farm efficiency management than the socializing with the townsfolk?
No.
See, Chris, this is again why I'm like, you shouldn't play your first one with other people, because they are going to be prioritizing the efficiency because they know how to be efficient and chat up the characters. And when you're a baby, you need to chat up the characters first.
I want to hear what Heath has to say.
All right.
I would have said, yeah, the economy is just more dopamine for me. Had I not done the Linus cutscene.
Right, which you went into detail about.
Yeah, audio listeners already know what I'm talking about from episode 131. I fulfill a quest because they told me you gotta do the bulletin board quests, high priority. I'm bringing just a worthless item over to Shane or that lady Pam, and I hear something said refer to the character as, oh, that's the alcoholic. They let slip that's the alcoholic. I'm reminded of the real human elements of this game, and that is alluring enough to be like, oh yeah, I'm enjoying the efficiency minigame, but I'm certain it's not going to be my favorite part of Stardew Valley.
Sure.
Just from the secondhand accounts and my own accounts with Linus.
The best part about Stardew Valley is creating relationships with characters and watching them literally change their behavior because of you. It's great. It's like a friendship simulator.
Are behavior changes unscripted?
I don't know what that means. They're scripted based on how
they're
friendly you are with them.
Okay.
But
So
it's
once
not
you
like-
cross a certain threshold.
It's not like, oh, if summer day 20 passes, they will behave this way. It's like, if you're at 8 hearts, they'll start doing this.
I see.
Once you see their cutscene.
Linus doesn't become an entrepreneur because you told him that.
Get on your grind set, hippie.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Oh, Linus. I love him.
And that's Stardew Valley?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Maybe play it, Chris, and then you can talk about it.
I hate this game.
I'll hate. You think I would hate it?
You will be bored to tears.
Don't tell him that. He's lying.
Well, there goes
I'm
that
saying
chance.
play Subnautica first.
I've been saying that for years.
More on that maybe later this episode.
Because there's combat in Subnautica. Well, there's
Yes,
combat.
there is.
There's combat here too.
Yeah, Exactly. You haven't been in the mines. You don't know.
I've been to level 40. Excuse you.
Though you would love the mines, both of you.
He visited level 40 with his day pass.
There's a reason they went to do the mines and left you to do the farming, Heath. The farming is the boring part.
I'm okay with the farm.
The mines are the good part.
All right, I'm wrestling control over to me.
Yeah, okay.
I know I've been playing a new game, and so has Samantha, so we'll dive into those. On my end, I've been playing the game of the year, Clair Obscur Expedition 33. I may be 20-something hours in. I'm in Act 2. There's still a lot more game to play. I was already pretty interested to check this game out, but the pressure to play it became overwhelming once it became the most awarded and lauded game in Game Awards history, and I had heard that the game thematically is dealing with grief quite explicitly, so that was of interest to me. And here I am playing it, and I'm having an excellent time. I realize I jumped the shark slightly, didn't tell you people the premise. For the uninitiated, what's this Clair Obscur Expedition 33 game all about? Very briefly, it's kind of a post-apocalyptic, but in a very fantastical version of Earth, I suppose. You've got these survivors in this last known city called Lumiere, and every year they have a pretty harrowing thing that happens where a big supernatural paintress counts down numbers. She's been counting down from 100 for like 67 years or so.
Paintress?
Yeah, she's a paintress.
Okay.
Not or so. It has to be 67.
Yeah, pretty exactly. And every year she paints a new number, and everyone whose age is equal to or greater than the number she painted vanishes into thin air. They get Thanos snapped. They fade away. That event, they call it in the lore, it's the Gommage. It happens every year. Things are pretty dire now that the oldest people left are like only 32.
Yeah, ribbon candy sales are near zero.
And every year, in a desperate bid to stop this from happening and humanity going extinct, they send an expedition to an unknown land called the Continent to try to put a stop to this paintress business. And yeah, that's the setup of the game, and quickly it introduces more threads from there. When discussing something as subjective as art, obviously describing something as perfect doesn't make a lot of sense. But so far, Expedition 33 has been perfect for me and my sensibilities. I'm hard-pressed to identify a single aspect of this game I haven't loved so far. Obviously, it got an award for this. It has an excellent soundtrack. It has that cool origin story of finding the composer off of SoundCloud, of all places. It's equal parts ethereal, somber, and moody, but also absolutely hype-inducing during climactic fights and battles. It has a wide range to it, and I'm loving basically every track. It's great. But audio isn't the only thing impressing me. It has stellar art direction. I love seeing the strange creature designs that you encounter and fight, and the fashion of the main cast with their outfits and uniforms is all very cool to me. When traversing the world in this game, the continent, it feels both alien and quite useful for getting your bearings when you have this giant monolith with a big glowing 33 on it, always in the same position. And then in the opposite direction, you have this giant warped, melting version of the Eiffel Tower. These just huge landmarks that basically they're your Polaris, their North Star. You can kind of figure out which direction you're looking. And it's kind of alien and weird, and it's been cool to see the world presented that way. The cinematics, by and large, have impressed me with their direction and like how they're shot. They're always engaging to me. Cast of characters. I was surprised how quickly I was endeared to them. Obviously, the main people, like you meet Gustav and Maël right away. And like, yeah, these people are great. I was immediately emotionally invested in their plight. And I was surprised by how quickly the plot started to layer in some intrigue and unusual developments. Very quickly, my expectations were subverted in ways I wasn't obviously expecting playing this game. What else do I like about this game? A few more things. I thought, so far, the game's world building and like setting the stage of this setting, it's been awfully unique and interesting to me. And I like that the game isn't shy about thrusting you right into the deep end. It's a lot of show, don't tell. Just some examples I've enjoyed from the early goings from the prologue. I like learning about the society's approach to the ceremonies and traditions around the annual Gommage when everyone vanishes and seeing how they react to that.
Tying up some IOUs from your older business partners.
Seeing how, romantic relationships get torn apart in this world because couples have ethical disputes on whether it's even moral to bring children into this world, where it's very likely they'll never get to see their 17th birthday. Because, of course, a concern like that would weigh heavily on the minds of potential parents, and people would have conflicting views on it.
Also, aren't they only going to be around for like the first 5 years of that child's life?
Right. This world is rampant with orphans.
Yeah. It must by necessity.
Right.
Yeah.
So foster parents are very prevalent.
Yeah.
In fact, the main character, Gustav, he's a foster parent.
I think everyone must be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's considerations of how a world like this would function. And then it's not very tropey. I haven't met any fantasy races I'm accustomed to seeing, but seeing things they come up with, like what is a Gestrel or a Nevron, and figuring out what those races are like, it's been very cool. All these things I've enjoyed. Its presentation, from its sound and its world building, its plot, its characters, but first and foremost, I'm also really enjoying it on a gameplay level. It's a Japanese-inspired role-playing game. Of course, the studio who made it is very French, so to call it a JRPG, by some people's definition, might be a misnomer.
Jacques RPG.
Yeah, it's Final Fantasy. The big wrinkle in terms of combat, this game wears this influence heavily on its sleeve. One of the main creative directors is a Sekiro speedrunner, which means in this turn-based strategy game, white-knuckle reaction speed timing is pretty important and can you can parry everything in this game if with the right and proper timing, a la Sekiro from Software. And it is this beautiful hybrid of, who cares what your RPG stats are? If you know the timing, you can crush bosses far that exceed your level.
It's secretly a fighting game.
Yep. I'm surprised by the extent this game is scratching my action game itch. I'm gripping that controller firmly, trying to get my dodge timing and parry timing correctly.
It's still turn-based.
So while it's your turn to act, you can go at a leisurely pace, plan out your moves, set up all the dominoes just how you like. I've been enjoying how asymmetrical the party members of this game are from your Gustav and Mael. For example, everyone has a very specific bespoke mechanic attached to them. Mael, one of your early characters who is a fencer, she's basically the Watcher from Slay the Spire. I'm mentioning this because my co-hosts have been playing a lot of Slay the Spire. She's all about pivoting into different stances. Defensive stance, so she generates more AP quickly and takes less damage. And then you pivot to her aggressive or virtuoso stance when you want to unleash your big move and do double damage. Things like that. All about making sure you're in the right stance at the right time. Everyone's gimmick so far, for the most part, has been variations on the theme of spend a couple turns setting yourself up for the big finishing moves you do a few turns down the line. That level of plan a few moves in advance, very satisfying to me. It's been great. In fact, one more note of praise on its presentation. I think a turn-based strategy game has finally come for the crown, usurping Persona. I think this game has a more stylish UI.
Okay.
I've seen it.
Am I blowing too much smoke up its ass, Samantha?
I think it's very nice. I would never say anything negative about it, but Personas has more personality.
Okay.
You know.
I think maybe it's the animations that are impressing me the most about Clair Obscur.
Yeah.
How every button press has a lavish and smooth transition that the characters are doing.
It might just be a personal preference where I'm like, oh, the cartoonish style of Persona is more to my liking than the...
Sure.
These two games we're talking about, Clair Obscur and Persona 5, they're 10 years apart?
Like 8 years apart.
Okay. All right.
I'd say the level of fluidity between your button presses in the turn-based section and the characters animating on screen, it's almost tricking my brain into, I feel like I'm playing an action game, even though it's turn-based. Loving it. Boss fights have been stellar throughout. They're not just rote damage sponges.
Oh, I thought they were all bosses from Mario and the Origami King.
Why do you make that comparison?
Because the boss is a paintress, and I thought
Ha ha
on the mini bosses would be like
colored pencils.
canvas.
This game does get compared frequently to the Paper Mario series because of those turn-based button timing prompts.
That has made me... Oh, okay. I'm like, compared to Paper Mario, I wake harder than I ever have. But you just mean the defense in the turn-based.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, the bosses have their own little gimmicks. One of them, for example, made me play while I am very focused on the various dodges and parries I have to do and setting up my characters for their big climactic turns. It also plays Simon Says with you, where it'll light up lanterns. And if you use your Persona-like gun move where you're free aiming to mimic the same lanterns it lit up, it'll take like big extra damage. So each boss has his own little wrinkle that I think keeps things fresh. So far, it's all sunshine and roses on Clair Obscur Expedition 33. What don't I like about it? Not very much. Obviously, whether or not this game rises to an all-time favorite will depend heavily on how the plot proceeds and lands for me, which I have lots of question marks at the moment. I've heard it takes big swings later on. I wonder what I'll think of that. And the only nitpick I have is at times it does show the fact that it does not have a AAA budget. That's why maybe it's better to call it a AA game, arguably maybe an indie game by some definitions, but it's a little jarring, and I'm surprised I even feel this way considering I'm the Yakuza guy, but it's a little jarring going from a lavishly produced film cinematic cutscene to I take 2 steps off the critical path to talk to an NPC, and there's no voice acting, not even font text, and the characters kind of like stare blankly at each other.
Yeah, okay.
So as soon as you deviate from the main plot, budget seems to take a bit of a nosedive, but it hasn't been tarnishing my experience or anything.
It seems like a smart use of a limited budget.
Right. They are pumping the budget into the moments that matter.
Yeah.
And then severely cutting it back where it doesn't.
I mean, they wanted to make it Game of the Year.
And they succeeded.
Or did they? Are you ready to pivot, or you still want to talk?
I'm done, Samantha. Why don't you tell us about a game that was brutally snubbed at the 2025 Game Awards?
So Chris is playing Jeff Keighley's Game of the Year, but I'm playing Chris Ellman's Game of the Year because I am playing the 100... Wait, I know the name for real. Last Defense Academy.
That's not right.
No, what? Isn't it?
It's the 100-line : Last Defense Academy.
Oh, I had it reversed. Okay, the 100-line : Last Defense Academy. This game wasn't made by Spike Chunsoft, but it might as well have been.
They just filed the name off the container.
They just took Mr. Danganronpa, put him at this studio, and said, do it again.
It's from 2Kyo Games.
Wow, this game is perfect. And I say, without reservations like Chris did. If you haven't played Danganronpa, go play that. It's a great game. And then come play this game. Because the beginning is filled with references to Danganronpa. Because they know what their target audience is. And of those 2 games, the Venn diagram is a circle.
Absolutely.
This game is pretty different from that series in a few key ways.
How would you pitch? What is the elevator pitch of this game?
Good question.
You're in a high school.
You sure are in a high school. There is a group of teenagers. You wake up under mysterious circumstances. But instead of Danganronpa, where you're solving murder mysteries every chapter, you are instead defending your school from invaders. Every so many days, you'll be set up in a turn-based combat situation, very Fire Emblem-esque. And then when you're not doing that, you have the plot moving along, you talk to new characters, and you also have free time, which is similar to the Persona time management system, where you can choose to upgrade your social studies skills, or make a gift for that really hot girl that you saw, or go out and get more materials and resources, managing your time wisely.
How far are you into this game?
How far am I into this game? I am on day 43 of my first play of the game. So I would estimate not very far, even though there are only 100 days in this game, probably.
Coincidentally, Samantha, how many endings does the game have?
Oh, I've heard they have quite a few, at least 100.
Right. Yeah, this is notoriously a massive game.
Yes. So I will be playing this until April. I don't know.
Probably.
Chris is counting down the days.
You're going to be a completionist, right?
I think so. I would like to be. Let's talk about what I love about this game, which is all of it. The characters. I feel like Danganronpa and these games do such a good job of introducing a character where initially you're like, wow, what an unlikable scum of the earth. I hope I never have to interact with them. And then like, as you get to know them, most of the time you're like, damn it, they've done it again. Why do I like this character? It's pretty good. I think they've only failed to do so once. And in their defense, they did kill that character immediately. I find the characters really charming, even the ones that I found really annoying at the beginning. There are also characters who you like right away, like the mechanic girl who seems really sweet and nice that you have to persuade to fight for the battle because initially she's resistant for her own secret personal reasons that you have to uncover. She's great. Let's see. The characters are great. Allocating your free time correctly is a fun little game of, okay, what do I need most right now? Should I spend time going to get some resources, or do I need to level up my characters so they can use their higher level weapons? Oh no, I need money to upgrade those weapons. I better go do some training. Quite a good balance. And from what I've seen on Reddit, your progress in these areas does carry over to New Game Plus, so you are definitely not expected to have A pluses in every single course, including math, social studies, science, linguistics, and there's another one I forget. They give you room to grow across multiple stories, which is good because you're going to be playing this game for a long time. Let's talk about the combat. It is so interesting. This game, it gives you action points on your turn. You usually start with 3 or 4 for every turn, and you might have 5 or 6 characters on the board. Doing any action usually takes 1 action point. But there are ways you can get action points when taking actions. It's a really cool way to do battle. There are some battles that I have won in the first turn because I found ways to generate more and more action points to the point where I had 8 or 9, even though you only start out with 3. Pretty good. Really like it. Each new character has a specific move set that are all pretty unique. They each have their own little twist. There are definitely characters I've found to be really strong and I really like. There are some I would consider weaker, but I think that's to be expected because, again, literally every single character does something unique and different, and they each have multiple moves, so they can't all be super strong killers. Yeah, it's really fun. I think the bosses are fine so far. Some of them have been interesting. I'm still very much feel like I'm on rails in terms of who I can send out into combat. I kind of wonder if that's going to change in future playthroughs, but right now, every major battle has been a plot moment, and the characters going into battle have been predetermined for me. So
it sounds like you don't dread being ripped out of the visual novel portion and put into the grid-based combat.
No, anytime I am switching from one portion to another, I'm like, oh, good. I was looking forward to this. I have never once been like, ugh, this again. The combat, I think at the beginning, the mascot, Sir, is like, oh, yeah, we'll be hit with fights every 3 days or so. And I was like, oh, God, that's going to be a lot of fights. He was lying.
Oh.
The combat is definitely not that frequent. And I think if it were more frequent, maybe it would wear on you. But it's infrequent enough that I think it's a nice little change of pace. And it's a reward for all that upgrading you've been doing. In terms of the story, there's definitely been some interesting lore drops. I thought the opening was really good on hooking you based on like the main character's experience. I thought it was really good. I obviously have yet to hit the ending or any endings, so I don't know where the story is going yet, and I will say very little about it because I don't want to spoil it for anyone, especially Chris. So, have any questions for me, guys?
No.
Okay.
Mostly due to fear of spoilers, and 2, probably because the questions I would have for you, you may not even be able to answer yet. Like how the branching paths work. And
according to Reddit, you do not unlock the tree flowchart until you enter New Game Plus.
Okay. Interesting.
So the first playthrough is scripted, I think.
I'm certain I'm going to love this game. My only concern, and you'll be able to answer this with time, but for a game that on how long to beat estimates seeing all the endings takes 164 hours, I'm curious how the grid-based combat system is going to find a way to keep things fresh, if it will, for that long.
I'm wondering if, like, at ending 50, your characters are just annihilating the enemy in turn 1, which is fine. You know, by then, what did you expect it to do? Maybe the combat gets harder. I don't know. The combat has definitely been ramping up in a satisfying way as I played through this first playthrough, but that's to be expected.
Sweet.
English voice acting?
Yes.
Okay. Phew. All right.
Yeah, there lots English voice acting for all the important scenes. Not for every situation. Sometimes you'll just have to like read the text, but it's in English, and they'll make little grunts. Yeah, very very Danganronpa. If you play Danganronpa, you should. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Should Heath play this or Danganronpa first, or
No.
realistically neither?
Danganronpa first.
Yeah, Heath is
The
way
references.
more mystery coded than he is Fire Emblem coded.
That's true.
Yeah, he would eat up Danganronpa if he could get past the big anime titties, which shouldn't be a problem.
Do you want to shout out your brother?
I was going to say.
Okay.
And I want to thank my brother for getting it for me for Christmas because I wasn't going to buy it for myself, even though I really wanted to play it because I hate buying things for myself. It makes me uncomfortable. So thanks, Bradford. It was really nice of you. And what do you want to thank Bradford for?
I will thank him when we get to the resolutions section.
But
Okay.
not a minute sooner.
A minute sooner.
Because right now we are mandated to take our podcast break. And when we return, we have a whole host of things to talk about. See you then. And we're back.
We're back.
Oh, I'm not back.
Okay, we have several pieces of business to go over. I think we'll go fast and furious. It's the end of the year. Well, it's the beginning of the new year. And we received our Steam replays for 2025. This is compilations of stats around our game playing habits throughout 2025 on Steam. I would also lump in our Nintendo Wrapped, but I don't think they've actually released one just yet.
Ooh.
That I could find anyway.
Well, heck, if they release it tomorrow, we'll just delay this episode a smidge. Because I'm going to have a Nintendo Wrapped.
Yeah, me too.
Will I? Oh, maybe.
I can go first if you want. I'll just share a couple bullet points of
Wait.
interest.
Where is it? Show me where he is. Give him to me on my phone.
Here we go. In 2025, I played 31 games. That's down 3 from the previous year. I unlocked 710 achievements, which is down 44 from the previous year. So far, not sounding so good. I feel a little bit better when I compare my 710 achievements to the Steam median of only 11. And also the Steam median of games played was only 4. Those people are really locked into their service games, I suppose. And what were the big heavy hitters of games I played this year? 20% of my playtime was spent on Hades 2. 17% of it was on Cyberpunk 2077. And then there's a massive drop-off where third place, only 6% of my playtime was spent on Ball Pit, my 3 most played games on Steam.
Your playtime?
It was 6% spent running on my PC, we should say. I made a bit of a concerted effort this year to try to tackle more new games than I usually do. And that kind of shows in the breakdown of a total of 38% of my playtime was spent on new releases that came out in 2025. A good degree higher than the average player on Steam, who only spent 14% of their playtime doing new games. What were the genres I was most into this year? The 3 big ones were visual novel, cyberpunk, and detective, I guess, which seems on brand.
Do you think Cyberpunk counts as detective?
The game itself?
Yeah.
Well, there were some detective quests, but I think classifying it as a detective game would probably be inaccurate.
Okay.
Hey, Heath,
Hey.
tell me about your Steam replay in 2025.
It's funny. I played a greater percentage in Hades than you did Hades 2. 27% of my playtime was in Tartarus and not beyond. Okay, Last year's stats were misleading because I wasn't the only person on my own Steam profile, but
They were skewed.
right. So this year's a more true representation. I played fewer games than last year, but I unlocked far more achievements. 101.
10 times the average.
The kinds of games I spent the most time with in 2025 were puzzle games, action roguelikes, and card games. Compared to last year, the timeline view where it goes month to month to month is a lot more even.
Okay. Less peaks and valleys.
Yeah. It starts with the witness, and then the witness immediately gets dropped. 100% of my witness time was in the January month.
Yeah.
And then it's just the Balatro ladder where we go deeper and deeper into Balatro. I love that game. I met my resolution.
Whoa.
And then you step into like Banner Saga, a smidge, and then Hades emerges and then quickly is supplanted by Slay the Spire. Yeah, lots of variety this year, which could not have been said.
Lots of roguelikes this year.
Yeah.
Year of the roguelite.
Yeah. If you're going to play something, might as well be.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Samantha, did you successfully find your Steam replay?
Man, if you go to the store under special sections, you can find your Steam replay. What a hidden feature. When it was fresh, it was advertised to me, but since then it was lost. Okay. According to Steam, I played 19 games this year. That is, of course, not including the games I sit on the couch next to Chris and we play together.
Right.
So
because those are only on my profile.
Yeah, so it's inaccurate, but I don't really care. My top 3 games were Slay the Spire, Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, and Hades 2. I think Hades 2 is narrowly beating out Hades 1. My top 3 genres were roguelike deck builder, card battler, action roguelike, which is basically Slay the Spire and Hades.
And Monster Train.
Oh, right. I did play Monster Train this year. Oops. I played Slay the Spire basically all year long. It definitely spiked more in the beginning. When I first started it, the last 4 months of my year were so Witcher 3.
Witcher 3 is your quarter 4.
And then the reason it wasn't fewer months is because I spent all of October playing Hades 2.
Yeah.
As did Chris.
That's true.
And all of July playing Hades 1.
And those are our Steam replays.
Yes.
How neat. Okay, let's move on to the next segment, which I am more excited about. I really enjoy these resolution setting and addressing segments we do every year. Keeps us honest. So before we can look ahead to 2026, first, we must pay our penance for 2025. We're going back in time to address the resolutions we set for ourselves at the beginning of 2025. You can listen to that episode if you're inclined. Should I go first?
Yeah.
Okay. I had 3 resolutions I endeavored to complete across 2025, and I kind of dropped the ball this year. It's a mixed bag.
What's your excuse?
My overarching goal was to hit 775 hours of cumulative video game playing time. And I fell pretty short of that. I ended up on Steam, I played 614 hours, but my saving grace is I also played on Switch because Switch 2 came out this year. And by my estimate, because Nintendo hasn't graced me with the stats just yet, I think I put 50 hours onto Switch 2 this year, bringing my total up to 664 hours, which is only 86% of my goal. I missed my playtime goal by 14%, which is, it's a miss.
That's a myth. Gosh, guys, listening to Chris talk, I don't want to derail your resolution, but it sounds so much like the Emperor of Rome going, I didn't eat enough grapes this year. You just leisure maxing is so funny to me.
What were you doing this year?
Yeah, so it's interesting. I can't account for the massive drop off because
Is it just your mom inviting you to 2 dinners a week instead of 1?
It's opaque to me. I don't know what happened because if you recall, 2024, going back a couple years, I played, like, it must have been a record. It was like almost 850 hours of video games.
Chris, you lost your girlfriend in the last half of this year.
I know.
You had more time than ever.
Like I said, it's a mystery to me where that nearly 200 hours went.
Staring at the wall.
The fact that I don't have a better explanation for that does give me pause. I'm not sure what happened. I have a plan to address this issue with my upcoming resolutions in a second. Anyway, let's move on to something I did a better job of. What's up, Samantha?
I know where it went. It was in your researching your prime office chair era.
We're getting to that.
Oh, boy.
Okay. Let's talk about the one goal I actually crushed this year. This one's for those neurodivergent listeners. I endeavored to increase my overall Steam achievement completion percentage from 63%, where it started at the beginning of 2025, up to 64%.
Yeah.
And now if you boot up my Steam profile, you'll see it's standing at an excellent 66%. I killed it. I went up 3% instead of just the one I wanted to.
Do it next year.
Very difficult to budge that anymore.
Yeah, it's glacial.
Yeah.
But 3% would be so important.
So I did well on that. I mostly attribute it to booting up older games and like cleaning up achievements I missed. That's happened a lot in Dishonored. This happened a lot in Doom 2016. A final goal of mine for 2025 that I'm also going to probably call a miss. My goal was to have more desk-based gaming. This is just because last year or a couple years back, I did most of my gaming on the couch. I wanted to mix it up, go back to my desk, mouse and keyboard. I think technically I did fulfill the requirements of this resolution. Let me break it down. The Steam replay tells you what percentage of your time is spent on a controller versus mouse and keyboard.
Yeah.
At first blush, it looks like I regressed because in 2024, I spent 21% of my time on the mouse and keyboard. And in 2025, that went down to 17%. So it's looking like, Chris, looks like you missed the mark until you account for the fact that Hades 2, a controller game for me, was also a desk-based game for me. I played it at my desk for that wider aspect ratio with a controller. So the Hades 2, which was 20% of my Steam playing time, wasn't counted in that keyboard breakdown. So I think I actually did do more desk-based gaming. So I technically fulfilled the requirement in the resolution, but I don't think I fulfilled the spirit because if you listen to 1 year ago, the goal of the desk-based gaming was to encourage me to spend more time with strategy games and computer RPGs, both of which I pretty much ignored.
Is Cyberpunk not a computer RPG?
No.
Huh? I don't know what a computer RPG is.
No, he means like the technical definition.
Oh, sure.
I mean, Baldur's Gate, Planescape Torment,
Pillars of
of
something.
Eternity,
Thank you.
Disco Elysium. Those are CRPGs.
I guess I don't know what Disco Elysium is. Go ahead.
It's a CRPG. Weren't you paying attention?
It's a groovy time.
That's better.
So I give myself a bit of a pass because the other thing motivating this desk-based resolution was my new ergonomic office chair purchase, which ended up being a nightmare for me. It's absolutely sapping my enthusiasm to spend time at my desk in 2025. What I learned, listener, if you are in the market for improving your desk setup with a new office chair, there's a lot of reviews and research you can do online. It's all marginally useful at best. It's such a subjective purchase. You've got to spend copious amounts of time sitting in a chair. You can't just take online advice as gospel. I got burned. Herman Miller, not for me.
Steel case gesture. Yeah.
Too hot.
What's your chair of choice, Chris, after this whole year?
After this fiasco, well,
Yeah.
here's the funny part. The chair I ended up with didn't exist at the beginning of my search for the chair. It was that new. So I'm now a Libernovo Omni chair guy. That's not sponsored.
It's pretty cool. They have a massager in the chair.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
You know, most of my Persona 5 playthrough was beanbag based.
Yeah, if Chris saw the situation I played games in, he would cry.
This is just I'm looking out for future Chris and his back.
I'll die before then.
You're worried about future Chris's back?
Of course.
Chris is worried about future Chris's everything. It's not back specific.
It's a blanket statement.
Yeah.
Okay. That was pretty long, but those were my resolutions and how it was a mixed bag this year.
You're forgetting a resolution I assigned you, Chris.
I said that was a strong maybe.
A strong maybe.
Yes,
You heard it here first.
I did not play Subnautica in 2025.
Chris failed to play Subnautica, even though I, his girlfriend, who he loves, played The Witcher 3, his favorite game of all time. And I even enjoyed myself. What do you have to say for yourself, Chris?
I say stay tuned when we set our next year's resolutions.
Oh, believe it when I see it.
Who wants to go next? I wrote down your resolutions for you. Heath,
Fuck me.
here were your resolutions.
Let's give it to me.
You endeavored to play fewer old favorites, citing games such as Balatro, Frostpunk, Civ 5. You didn't want to return to the well as much in 2025, and you had a specific goal: keep your total Balatro playtime under the 100-hour mark. How did you do?
Check mark.
What's your Balatro playtime?
96.9.
Okay.
Well done.
And that's not, I didn't cheat and play it on another person's system.
I mean, you can play it on mobile.
Yeah, is it on your phone?
No, it's not.
Okay. That's legit.
Yeah.
I mean, I can just say on your behalf, Heath, I think you did a great job not leaning on old favorites.
Thank you.
You're
And
bringing lots of new games to the show.
It really showed. Like, your top 10 list actually had games excluded from it, maybe, for the first time.
Yes.
Well done.
Good job.
And Samantha, you had a simple one.
Yeah.
You wanted to play fewer games than you did in 2024.
I succeeded.
You were shooting to come under around 30 or 31. How did you do?
Last year, I played 31 games. This year, I believe I played around 23. I could go and check it real quick. I know it was fewer than 31. Yay, I succeeded, right? Well, I guess so. I feel like spiritually, my goal was put more time into the other hobbies I enjoy. And I feel like I read more this year, but not a lot more. I feel like I definitely didn't. I don't know if I fulfilled the resolution in spirit. I played a lot of games. Admittedly, this year was pretty hard for me, and games are a source of comfort. So I definitely leaned upon them in times where I was sad. But that's more of an explanation, not really an excuse. But I technically succeeded, so I'll get a gold star for that.
Yeah, that's the best kind of success.
Technical, yeah.
Sweet. All right, that is us looking back, but now we look to the future. I have some resolutions for my gaming in 2026. Let me break it down. Okay, so we're doing away with the overarching hour count goal this year.
Right.
It's no more.
Antiquated.
I found that no matter what specific hour count goal I set year to year, it didn't actually do anything to change my game playing habits or decision making. Ultimately, I just play as much as I'm able to each year, regardless of whatever goal I set. So I just found that number fluctuates somewhere between 600 hours to 850 at the high end. It just depends on life circumstances. Why set a goal if it doesn't actually impact any of my decision making? It's antiquated. We're done.
What's the new metric, Chris?
No new metric. I just have, for my actual goals, I have 3 new ones. One of them is very familiar. I'm currently at average completion percentage of achievements at 66%. By the end of the year, I'm hoping it's 67%. Just keep ticking it up. This next one is inspired by Heath. It's basically a kind of a copy of his. I want to revisit fewer games in 2025.
Hey, some of those you revisit to play with me.
Some of them I do.
Can't revisit them. Sorry.
We'll have to focus on newer things. So
Guess I'm playing Immortality without you.
I guess so.
Don't play Immortality alone. It's too scary.
I was worried about that.
In 2025, I returned in some capacity to 11 old games I had experience with. And this next year, I aspire to revisit no more than 5. So let's bring it down. This is just to increase my emphasis on having new experiences, which is of greater importance to me. Okay, nice and simple. Here's the fun one for this year. Kind of inspired by Samantha and her game playing habits a couple years back. And just an emphasis on time being, lately I've been thinking about time being fleeting. And my goal for 2026 is to have an oops all bangers year. Where I play some of the absolute hits I've been meaning to play for years. This isn't a list of things I must play, but here's a smattering of what my end of year list could look like if I stick to this oops, all bangers resolution. Clair Obscur Expedition 33, of course. I'm playing it right now.
We're working on it.
The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom.
I hear that's pretty good.
Baldur's Gate 3. The 100 Line, Last Defense Academy.
Oh.
Resident Evil 4 Remake. Pentiment, Persona 3 Reload, Ghost of Tsushima, Elden Ring, and another Yakuza Like a Dragon game. That's a list of games I would really like to play, but Chris, this is kind of a nebulous, wishy-washy goal. How do you know you succeeded at your oops, all bangers goal?
How do you know Persona 3 is a banger?
I know how. It's if, like me, I rank my games every year into S, A, B, etc. If all your top 10 are S tier, you had an oops, all banger year.
Well, I have a specific success criteria.
Okay.
It's got to be more specific.
And it's called the Donkey Kong Bonanza benchmark. Because everyone knows Donkey Kong Bonanza is a verified banger that I played last year.
Yes.
And when I compiled my list last year, it ranked as number 4 in 2025.
Ow.
Next year, when I go to compile my 2026 top 10 list,
So long as they clear the Donkey Kong Bonanza benchmark.
I have to objectively think, where would Donkey Kong slot on this list?
Yeah.
And its rank can be no higher than number 9 in 2026.
You got to use that comparator list maker thing.
I'll be very official about it.
Okay.
I love that comparative list maker thing.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Hey, Chris, I heard I was supposed to wait until the resolution setting section.
That's right, because I have one final resolution for 2026.
Okay.
And it's to play Subnautica.
I don't know why that just wasn't added into your all bangers resolution. It would have been easy.
Oh, good.
And who do we have to thank both for Resident Evil 4 and for Subnautica?
Yes, shout out to Bradford, Samantha's brother, who gifted me Subnautica and Resident Evil 4
And who
for
do you
Christmas.
have to thank for Pentiment?
Thank you to Heath, birthday present that I have not gotten around to yet, but I very much want to.
Don't spoil it.
I won't. Okay, that's enough of yapping from me. Heath, do you have resolutions for this year?
Very, very low bars we're setting here for 2026. Unlike Chris, I love a good numbers benchmark. So I'm saying to myself for 2026, my most played developer must be one of these 3 folks: Supergiant, CD Projekt, or Arcane.
He listed the Holy Trinity. I love it.
What about Spike Chunsoft? If you play all 3, it's going to be Witcher size.
That seems like a lot of Chunsoft.
Well, Witcher is a lot of CD Projekt Red.
Yes, but that vegetable has needed to be eaten for longer.
Okay, fair.
The vegetable called Witcher 3.
Wild broccoli.
Part of it's vegetables.
And also, so that's half the resolution. And the other half is, Heath, you have a gold mine worth of rams sitting in your closet doing nothing, apparently. So as much as it would be a bad, it's a bad time to buy a PC. Is it an okay time to build a PC, knowing that I have all these internal organs laying around?
It could be.
I can't get in my bed without stepping on some thermal paste.
You probably need a new graphics GPU.
So here's the question that is hard to answer. Do you know what parts in your old PC are faulty?
The motherboard was gone.
Okay, so that won't be very expensive to replace. That'll be like $100 or so.
Okay, good.
But if you want a new GPU, which he does, because his is really old, graphics card, whatever it's called.
I mean, his old GPU will blow everything he has out of the water.
Okay.
It will?
Yeah. If we're talking about your Mac and your Switch, absolutely.
Hades will no longer be PowerPoint.
No, okay. Fine. Great.
Great. And that brings us to Samantha.
Okay, I have 2 New Year's resolutions. Maybe we'll make it 3 just so I can have a sure winner. My first is a list of homework games that I've been meaning to play, and I keep putting them off, and I'm like, all right, I'm sick of doing that. On this list include the game Janice gifted me, Arcos. I've been meaning to play that for forever.
What color is that?
I think Blue Prince guy shouted it out. Somebody shouted it out.
I think it was Balatro guy.
Balatro guy shouted it out. And it's like, it looks good. But I don't know. It doesn't draw my eye when I'm looking at my games I want to play list. So I need to do it to respect the gift.
Is Arcos an acronym?
No. Well, maybe, but not that I know of. It's in our Steam library, Heath. Anyways, I need to play Banner Saga 2 so Heath and I can discuss it together.
Yeah.
I need to return to Deltarune, which is going to be really fun and easy to mop up those hard boss fights so I can be ready for Chapter 5. I'll probably do that when Chapter 5 is out or very close to being out. And lastly, I need to finish the Dishonored DLC. I think I'm just going to give up on the level that I'm in of trying to be a ghost and just kill those guys that are in my way because it has literally stopped me from progressing for the DLC because I get too frustrated. Fuck those guys. I hate that level, Chris. I love Dishonored, but I hate that level. Okay, my other less fun resolution is I've been playing way too many card roguelikes, and it's because they're like emotionally comforting to play. I'm good at them. I know what to expect in a run. It's like a little dopamine factory. I should stop doing that and invest in other like more, I don't know, stimulating things that can comfort me, like listening to an audiobook, going for a walk, calling up a friend. Like there are other activities I can choose to pursue to relax and unwind. So
brave resolution to make the year Slay the Spire 2 comes out.
I will just not play Slay the Spire 2 this year as part of my resolution.
Okay.
I'd like to keep my card game roguelike hour count, I'll say sub 10 hours.
That's strict.
Yeah, I know there's probably going to be 1 to 2 really horrible events this year. So I'm just mentally preparing for 5 hours each. And then we'll see what happens.
Do hours spent on your phone playing Balatro count?
I don't play Balatro on my phone anymore.
Slay the Spire.
I will count those.
Okay.
Unfortunate. All right, and then my last resolution is really just for me because it's to play Danganronpa 2x2 this year and actually buy it when it comes out and give myself a little treat because I hate buying stuff for myself. And I'm going to do it. I love this game. I'm going to play it right away.
But if it's a resolution, you've got to.
I must do it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Chris is going to yell at me.
You're
in
obligated.
December. So, yeah, if I make it a resolution, I have to do it. And
Sweet.
that's my resolutions. Hold me to them, Chris.
Oh, I will. Great job. Round of applause. I think you all made excellent resolutions this year. And we'll check them out in January of next year. And that brings us to the final segment of the show. Hey, it's draft day once again. Running it back. We are taking on the role of fantasy video game publishers. That's right. What are our company names? I have them written down. Last year, I was CE Project Red. Samantha was Sammy Holdings, and Heath was Heath. We did this last year. I have the final results tallied here. I continue my sweep. I am still undefeated.
Hang on. Sorry.
Boo.
Is it north of 75 points on OpenCritic?
70 is the break-even score on OpenCritic.
Okay.
So what Heath is referencing, what we were trying to do is choose the most critically acclaimed games to release in 2025. That was our goal last year. And any score they receive above a 70 on OpenCritic earns you positive points. Below a 70 would net you negative points.
I can't believe Call of Duty got me negative points.
Yep, it sucked this year.
Sorry, how many games did we draft?
Last year, in totality, we drafted 12. But for today, we're going to be doing 8 apiece. We also had some bonus points coming in based on how much of our budget was left over from the mid-year bidding auction. In total, grand total, everything, I won with 165 points. Samantha came in second with 151.
Not bad.
Not so far behind. And Heath is bringing up the rear with 115.
Triple digits.
Chris
Triple digits.
spends like 10 hours a week listening to video game podcasts. So the fact that I came so close is actually embarrassing for him.
Yeah, that's impressive.
He did pretty bad.
And then just some highlights from our respective rosters. Who was my golden goose? What was my biggest score that I chose?
Mine was Clair Obscur. Yes, that's right. Before anybody knew anything about it, I drafted it.
That's right. That was Samantha's Golden Goose, earning her 24 points.
Woo.
And then her absolute stinker was Call of Duty Black Ops 7, earning her -4 points.
To be fair, it was my last drafted game.
And then as I was saying, for me, my biggest winner was Hollow Knight Silksong, only getting me 22 points.
God damn it.
And then I took 2 zeros that year, games that did not release. I whiffed on GTA 6, and I whiffed on Mina the Hollower. That one felt a little rude since it had a firm release date like in a month from when I drafted it and then was delayed indefinitely.
Not ruder than Heath drafting Hollow Knight Silksong, I believe, twice. And Team Cherry waiting until Chris drafts it to release it.
They received
That's
my
rude,
check.
Chris.
Finally, Heath's Golden Goose was Monster Hunter Wilds, earning him 19 points. And the reason there's a bit of a discrepancy between Heath's score and the other co-hosts is because Heath took 5 zeros.
Some of them completely unfair.
Yep.
Shoot for the stars, folks.
Some of them were not actually Heath's fault.
And that's the end of wrapping up from last year. Will this year be more competitive? We'll soon find out.
I found Chris's secret game he didn't want us to know about, Heath, so we're going to be fine.
Okay.
We're going to snake draft. Once again, we're going to choose 8 games today at the mid-year point when fake E3 happens in June. We're all going to add 4 more. My question to the co-hosts is, do we want to have 1 mulligan each? What is a mulligan? Whatever your lowest scoring game happens to be, whether it's a 0, whether it's negative, we drop it from your list. That would apply to us all. This would encourage slightly riskier pick making because you can absorb a 0 without any penalty. Or we can just do it. Everything counts like we always do. Do people have opinions on this?
I'm not a coward, so I say we don't drop anything.
Don't drop.
All right. Mulligans are unpopular, I guess.
I don't want Chris taking risks because he's lucky enough. His risks are just going to pay off.
Yeah.
So can't encourage him.
Okay. No mulligans. Everything counts. We're going to snake draft 8 games today. Shall we rock, paper, scissors to see who goes first? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Damn it.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh, no.
Heath, no.
All right.
You messed up.
I choose to go first.
There's only one game. I'm saying this now. There's only one game this year that's going to get above a 90 on Metacritic because currently the games announced are not stellar.
Who knows? All right.
Hey, going second is goated.
Heath, since
hope
you came in second, you can choose if you want to go second or third.
Oh, second. Sorry. I thought clockwise. Sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
same.
All right. Then I will begin. And I'm going to start right off by drafting an absolute safe slam dunk. It's going to be 90 plus on Metacritic. Give me Forza Horizon 6, the
Boo.
racing game from Playground.
Is it going to be amazing?
It's going to be...
Every Forza game has gotten a 90 plus. 90 to 92. It's standard deviation of like 0.1.
I think they've even been trending in an upward direction. And this year it's set in Japan, so that's going to appeal to people. Yeah, lock in Forza Horizon 6 for me.
No.
I hope they whiff it.
Which brings it to you, Heath.
Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave.
Okay.
Okay, announced coming this year. One of the only Nintendo games we really know about right now. That first trailer looked promising, I thought.
There's a trailer?
My fear with drafting them is that it doesn't come out this year for some reason.
Gonna.
Samantha, you're known as the Fire Emblem girl. Any jealousy hearing Heath take that from your grasp?
Oh, I mean, I'm kind of glad he did because then I don't have to worry about if I should take it or not. Because
It's going to do as well as Three Houses did.
no, I'm not saying it's not going to score well. I'm saying I'm worried it's not going to come out.
Oh.
That's my fear.
Nintendo's pretty reliable with the release dates.
They are so scary.
Okay, Samantha, you get to do 2 in a row.
Oh, do I have to?
I mean, if you forfeit the option, you're handicapping yourself.
See, the thing is, you, Chris, took my safe option, and now I am left with risk only. How scary.
Nothing but risk.
This year, let me talk about doing research for this year. We are filled with mid-80s predictions.
Mid-80s gives you a good return on a score.
Last year, it was so much cooler. This year, I'm like, oh God, I hope these games don't score negative. I hope I don't run out of games that I think aren't going to score negative. Well, I'll draft it because someone's going to. Might as well be me. I'll say Duskbloods.
Okay.
And hope to God it comes out this year.
The Duskbloods from Software.
Yeah. Don't pull an Elden Ring Night Rain on me.
Which was your first draft last year.
Yeah, I'm repeating mistakes.
What's interesting about Duskbloods is it's a Nintendo Switch exclusive.
That's the weird part.
How strange.
Okay. How scary. All right, I'll take another one that this is more safe and it's probably going to do well. Resident Evil Requiem.
Damn it.
I'll take it home. It's mine.
That's super safe. It's coming out February soon.
That one's my safety, and then Duskbloods is my big swing. To you, Heath. Heath is referencing spreadsheets on a piece of paper.
Yeah, Heath has actual paper in front of him.
Heath printed out the Game Awards for next year.
For next year, that's right. I'll do it. Slay the Spire 2.
Oh, man.
Usually,
Oh, it's an alpha.
I think it's been said it'll debut in early access, which means people aren't going to review it.
Okay, he does not want it.
Yes.
I mean, if there's a chance it exits early access
Heath,
also
do
in
not fall for
2026.
it.
Learn from last year.
Yes.
Yeah. Monster Hunter Stories 3 Twisted Reflection.
Is that a new game? Just confirming my own ignorance.
Upcoming role-playing game developed by Capcom.
Do your research, Chris.
I don't have a computer in front of me.
No, I just mean you should come to
Your
the
brain is
podcast
a
with
computer.
research. Like us.
For my own notes here, it was Monster Hunter.
Stories.
Monster Hunter Stories
3.
3 Twisted Reflection.
Okay. Very cool.
I don't know about very cool.
Okay. 2 in a row for me. I would like. Samantha already took the first Capcom game I would have wanted.
Oh, I see.
Let's take the other one that's coming out in the first half of this year. Long in development. Give me Pragmata.
Yeah, that makes sense. That was going to be soon to be drafted by me.
It's a sci-fi looking game. It's been in the cooker a long time. It was announced at the same time the PlayStation 5 was announced.
Riskier than Resident Evil.
Yeah, because it's a new IP.
Yeah.
But Capcom, they've been in their golden era. They never miss. So
That little girl has such long blonde hair. She's going to win your heart, even though she's a robot, maybe.
And then I did it last year. I'll do it again. Give me GTA 6.
Oh, you sicko.
Yeah, it's
set to come out in November.
but I think they're going to hit it this time.
This is Annie Austin's cue to release another GTA video.
Because every time he does, it gets
It's
delayed.
delayed. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be the GTA 6 guy again. Listeners are probably surprised it took this long for us to draft it.
You shouldn't be if you tuned in last year and saw Chris get 0 points.
Yeah, but the delays are now, they've happened. It's good. It's coming out.
That's cope.
All right, Heath, it is back to you.
Marvel's Wolverine.
Okay. That's a decent pick, I think.
Yeah, from Insomniac. They never miss.
Yeah, that's probably going to get
They've
at
never
least
missed?
an 85.
They always have great games.
Okay.
I'm jealous of that pick, Heath. Good one.
To me, maybe.
Yes.
Okay, this is another risk, and we'll end it with a safe one, maybe. My risk is Phantom Blade Zero.
Okay.
It's a new IP. Lots of buzz about it. It's coming out in September. Looks cool. I'm just I gotta make big swings if I want to beat Chris in his video game podcast overconsumption. And then I need to pick a safe one. And that's going to be... Chris, can you tell me how... Can I... Never mind. You'll tell me
Oh, I'll tell you.
if it's eligible. Is Dragon Quest VII Reimagined eligible?
No.
Well, if
Is it
you
a
click-
remake
if you
or a
click
remaster?
on it,
I'm not on the website.
neither am I.
Fine.
If you click on it and it does not say remaster, it should be kosher. Okay, it's a reimagining, which we do not ban, so I think it's good. Is that okay with you, Heath?
Name another reimagining, Chris.
They're somewhat rare.
I feel like it's a remake, but just separate name.
I think reimagining is even less faithful than a remake would be. So I think that's
agree.
even more allowed.
Yeah, because we let remakes get drafted. People are really excited for this. online. The Dragon Questers. They want it to come out.
Okay, Samantha,
it's going to
you're
get a solid
taking
80.
you're taking Dragon Quest 7 Reimagined. That's what it's called.
Yup. Feeling confident.
Okay, then it's back to Heath.
Control Resonant.
Okay.
Yeah, sequel to Control, Remedy. They're on fire lately.
Is that going to come out?
It's slated for this year.
You guys yet to have pick anything that's not been on my list somewhere.
Monster Hunter Stories 3?
Was on my list.
Okay.
I did my research.
You two are bringing the heat this year. I like it.
Go ahead, Chris.
Okay. I got a little risky again with GTA 6. It could sink or send me. Let's pick some reliable games from trustworthy studios, both slated for the first half of the year. Let's be nice and safe. From Housemarque, I'm drafting Saros.
Oh, okay.
We're like Scaros. That game is creepy.
The spiritual successor to my beloved Returnal. Let's put it on my list.
Oh, yeah. None of us would have drafted that but you.
Okay. And also, let's take 007 First Light.
That's risky.
This is from the Hitman team.
It's going to score an 85
Okay.
at most.
I have the utmost confidence in it.
I looked at the 007 games and I was like, I forgot it was by the Hitman team, and I was like, I don't know about that.
Looking at the 007 games and their scores is completely irrelevant. The studio's never made one before.
Okay.
They make the Hitman games, which are basically just off-brand James Bond to begin with. It's a match made in heaven. It's going to do great.
All right. I believe you. To Heath.
So like Persona 4 Revival would be eligible?
I think so, yeah, because it's a remake, not a remaster.
When was the last remade Persona game?
Persona 3 Reload.
What did that score?
I'm going to guess mid-80s? High 80s?
87.
87?
Oh, can we do better? No, we can't. Persona 4 Revival.
Persona 4 Revival.
I was absolutely going to take it if you didn't.
Okay.
I wasn't sure that counted, so I didn't put it on my list.
Heath snatches it before Samantha can gobble it up.
Snatched.
Okay, that means I pick 2. I hate this so much.
Oh, I love the power picking 2 gives me.
You and I are not the same.
I'm like, I get another one? This is great.
All right. I don't know anything about this series, but it reviews well. I'm going to pick Neo 3, Nioh.
Yep, that was on my... I was probably going to pick that next, I believe.
It's Souls adjacent.
Yeah, Souls adjacent game set in Japan.
It has a release date as well, so that makes it
pretty
cool.
safe. Safe pair of hands. What's your next one, Samantha?
Well, I think I have to start drafting ones that maybe don't have a release date. And that makes me unhappy because everything else with a release date is going to score sub 84, in my correct opinion. And we're not here to make compromises. We're here to win.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm going to draft Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis.
Yep, I was on my consideration list.
Ooh, thank God. Anytime Chris says, yeah, I was thinking of drafting that, that means I did well.
That's like a remake of the first one?
Yes.
Very cool.
This is your last chance to draft that secret game I've been referencing before I take it.
I don't know what
I'm too scared of it, but I will take it if you won't. Anyways,
we're
Heath.
back to Heath for Heath's 6th game.
Slim pickings.
Yeah. This year is weak.
We learn much more about the year as it goes on.
Yeah.
Halo campaign evolved.
I dig it. Yeah.
Do you dig it though?
It's going to come out and it's going to give you positive
It's going to be
points.
one of the games of the year.
Back to me with 2. This will be my 6th and 7th game. Okay, I'm returning to the well. I'm relieved no one took it yet. I'll pick Mina the Hollower back up. Got burned by it last year, but this year it'll grace my list.
Are
with
you
its-
sure?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I mean,
The troubled production scared me away.
it was
I said no, thank you.
it was set to come out It had a release date, and then it got delayed indefinitely. I think it's coming back this year.
That massive red flag that happened. I said, no, thank you, sir.
Well, I must have my rose-tinted glasses on because all the flags look red.
It's like when you see a brightly colored frog in the rainforest.
I dying to lick it.
Yummy. Go ahead, Chris.
Okay. What am I following it up with? I'm gonna pee while I think.
No looking.
I'm not looking.
He's trying to cheat off my homework, everybody. I spent like an hour working on this.
At least change some of the answers.
Yeah. There's another Plague Tale game coming out this year.
Yeah, but as far as we know, they're going to have 5 different play styles and they'll all be the same under the hood.
Yeah, but they score pretty decently. Why do you think Chris keeps playing them? Even though he clearly does not like them.
Oh, yeah, he gets duped by the critical reception.
He's like, wow, people are saying this is the best one yet. Critics say pretty good. I should play. And then he plays it and he's like, yeah, this is more Plague Tale. Who could have seen it coming? I keep playing them with him, so I'm equally bad. We're both cursed.
What fun things did you guys talk about?
Plague Tale.
Okay.
I said fun things.
Never mind.
Okay. I'm feeling a little spicy. I'm not going with my safer one. I'm going with the riskier one. From Arc System Works, I'm going with Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls.
Damn.
The fighting game based on Japanese takes on Marvel characters.
Oh, yeah. I saw a trailer for that, maybe.
I thought you'd skip it.
Now I'm going to grab it.
I sleep. What was your less risky pick?
I'm saving it in case I have one more game I need to draft. So we'll see.
And then save it again for the midway point.
It's Plague Tale, the original.
Back to you, Heath, for your 7th
Fine,
game.
Samantha, I will blame you if this does not come to fruition. Resonance of Plague Tale Control.
A Plague Tale Legacy.
Thank you.
Very good.
I'm just trying to give you a safe out, Heath.
It's gonna barely crack the 80s.
My list is definitely riskier this year, and it's because playing safe actually got me a 0 last year. So who cares anymore?
Yeah. Let your hair down.
I'll let my hair down. All
Anyway,
right.
Samantha, you get to pick your final 2 games.
I've never seen it up.
I don't like wearing my hair up. All right. We'll end with my even riskier choice. For my somewhat safer option,
Blood of Dawnwalker.
that's my riskier option.
Yeah.
I will pick
It's gonna score an 81.
Ace Combat 8 Wings of Thieves.
Okay.
That's also gonna score an 81.
That's going to score an 85. You're wrong.
No,
Heath.
no.
No?
What was the last Ace Combat?
They score fine.
Ace Combat 8, the dogfighting game.
I'm more worried it's not going to come out. And I will indeed draft Blood of Dawnwalker, shaking in my boots as I do so. Because if it comes out and it is CD Projekt Red level good, it's going to score minimum 86. If CD Projekt Red does what they normally do and produces a pile of shit,
Which notably this game is not coming from.
it might as well be though.
It might as well be. Though.
Ex-
It's like
employees.
it's like 100 Line not being a Spike Chunsoft game. If it's a pile of shit and for some reason critics care about that, I'm gonna be cooked. So I'm really just hoping that A, it doesn't get delayed, and B, they actually go to work and do what they're supposed to. Good luck, me.
All right, that brings us to Heath and his final pick.
Cairn.
Oh
Cairn.
God.
Well, you doubt Cairn?
Yes.
Why?
I looked up what the studio had made previously.
You're saying it's a lesser Jusant?
I'm saying that studio did not have a good history.
Oh, they might as well jump off that cliff.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
This could be their breakout game.
This is a cliff climbing game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you locking it in, Heath? Cairn?
I feel like I have to now.
Chris is not going to draft Karen either. Feel free to.
I don't know what
mix
Chris
it up.
is going to draft.
All right, and that just brings me to my final game. A very on-brand Chris selection that was left for me. I'll take Yakuza Kiwami 3 and Dark Ties, please.
Okay, I saw that. I saw it was getting probably an 80, and I left it for you.
Yeah, I'll take it.
No one drafted Gears of War E-Day.
I'm not 100% sure that's coming out this year.
That is also how I felt.
No one took that Lego Batman game.
No, because it's going to get
No.
a 72.
Yeah.
Heath did not reprise his game from last year, Reanimal.
nor
Yeah.
Pony Island 2 Circus of Wonder, whatever that game is.
I wasn't forced to draft Danganronpa 2x2, even though in my heart it's going to get a 100. It's going to get an 81. I wrote on my spreadsheet, Blood of Dawnwalker is a trap, probably.
And yet you took the bait.
Well, I wasn't going to let Chris take it. So
I was never going to consider taking that game.
really?
Yeah.
You are the CD Projekt Red guy.
Which is why he
Not from
knows.
CD Projekt Red.
It's a trap.
The most recent gameplay videos I've seen of it did not impress me.
I see. Well, it was my last pick, so I can't feel too bad.
Can't feel too bad. Whew, and that was a long episode.
What are you
And
talking about? That was clockwork compared to other draft days.
I will recount each of our company's drafted games.
Must you?
For me, CE Project Red, I grabbed Forza Horizon 6, Pragmata, GTA 6, Saros, 007 First Light, Mina the Hollower, Marvel Tokon, and Yakuza Kiwami 3.
There is a 0 in there somewhere.
Oh, yeah, and it's
That's
GTA
why he
6.
pitched the lifeline.
Chris absolutely pitched it because he thought I would be stupid and take it.
It benefits us all equally. If you had taken it last year, Samantha, that would have benefited you most of all.
See, this is Chris's pitch.
I think I've yet to do a year of this, Chris, where I haven't drafted a 0.
It's hard to avoid all zeros. Even Samantha took a 0 last year.
Yeah, you can't do it, which is why I said, screw that. I'm going big points.
Yeah.
On Team Heath, we have Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave, Monster Hunter Stories 3, Marvel's Wolverine, Control Resonant, Persona 4 Revival, Halo Campaign Evolved, Resonance, A Plague Tale Legacy, and Cairn.
I bet Persona 4 scores highest out of all of those.
Oh, that'd be a surprise to me.
I'm pretty skeptical that comes out this year.
Ooh,
And then Sammy Holdings, we have The Dusk Bloods,
yeah.
Resident Evil Requiem, Phantom Blade 0, Dragon Quest 7 Reimagined, Neo 3, Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis, Ace Combat 7, and Blood of Dawnwalker.
You would be shocked at how high the Dragon Quest games score. I don't know anything about them. People like them. Critics are like, yeah, pretty good.
They're very traditional JRPGs.
Yeah.
The music's stellar.
Okay.
And
What unlikely bedfellows.
Yeah.
yeah.
Heath is looking pained.
Sweet. Thanks for doing that with me, everybody.
I'm so mad that I did research specifically because Chris was like, I have a special game no one's going to pick. And then Chris got to go first and pick it anyway.
And the only reason I picked it right away is because you revealed you knew what it was.
I should have just shut my damn mouth.
Samantha, even if I won the rock, paper, I would have gone second.
You did that last year.
I would have told you what it
It's-
was so he couldn't draft it.
Okay.
Yeah. But it wouldn't have mattered.
Heath, if you want to give us feedback on the podcast, how could you do that?
You should write in to MobiusTubesPodcast@gmail.com and make the subject, Heath, you want to see some sick games in this email? You would read it, you bitch.
And then I'll be sure to let Heath know about it because I'm the one monitoring
And
the
then
email.
Chris will just put it in spam, and then he'll read a thoughtful email like this one.
Yeah, send us emails at MobiusTubesPodcast@gmail.com. We'll read every single one. And I look forward to having a great year of video games along with my two beloved co-hosts.
Yeah, I'll see you guys again in like 2 months.
Yeah, all right.
All right, see you later.